But this is Chris at Zenark Reptiles, sitting out here freezing, and you can see that winter is reared its ugly head here in the Pacific Northwest. Anyways, today I'm going to talk to you about how to make money the first year breeding ball pythons. There's a lot of people that's been doing this longer than me, like Justin Gaboka, Billy Rose. People that's been doing a lot longer than me and make a good living at this. But I'm going to show you how to further your business along, how to actually make a profit the first year, and the secrets that I've learned doing this. Anyways, let's go do it inside where it's a lot warmer. You can see that I moved my office upstairs. It's a lot easier to shoot videos, and I spend more time up here. How you can make money the first year breeding ball pythons. And the biggest thing that people do is they watch some YouTube video and they see Justin Gaboka and they see these amazing snakes. They see these snakes that are like got triple recessives and double recessives or like triple hets. And that's really amazing, and you get gung-ho and you want to make these same snakes. Just like I went and bought a double het and a cypress, double het cypress from Aussie Boy. It's a het, albino het, ultramel. It's a project that I'm working on. There's nothing wrong with buying those. But say you're starting out a business, you just started out breeding ball pythons. So the big mistake people do is they buy tons of babies, because they want to get into these amazing snakes that these people that have been doing this for a long time have produced. When you first start out, you got to come up with some kind of income. You got to come up with some way of making pay for your business or your hobby. So this is a hobby and you want to do it. And I understand that hobbies cost money, but if I buy all these snakes, and I say I buy me right now, I got 20 snakes and I bought them all babies, and say they're really going to be amazing snakes someday. And there are a bunch of projects I want to do. So now I have 2 years of costs, not counting about the third year where I'm breeding them, but I have 2 years of costs that I have to take care of these snakes before they even yield me any money. So your average feeding is going to take 52, like there's 52 weeks in a year. I feed my snakes once a week. And Big Cheese is probably the cheapest place I found to buy rats. I grow my own rats now. I raise my own rats. But before that, I used to buy from Big Cheese and Lane Labs. I start out with I think fuzzies, and they're about $139 a piece on Big Cheese. So you have 20 snakes you bought. About 2 years from now, you're planning on breeding them. So you see those numbers right there? You've already wasted about $2 grand feeding these snakes before they've given you any kind of yield, any kind of money. Also, you have to pay to heat these snakes. Right now, I'm using an ARS rack, and this is what would it cost me to run it for 2 years. And then also, you have to think about substrate. I change mine out once a month. I use Reptichip for a long time. I've tried other things. My problem with Reptichip is that I cannot find it in bulk here in Washington State. I have not found anybody that sells it to me in bulk. So I moved to Pro Coco. There's nothing wrong with Pro Coco. I do think that Reptichip is a slightly better. It holds moisture better. Otherwise, I think it's the same stuff. I think Pro Coco, I've did side-by-side test. Pro Coco doesn't suck up as much moisture as Reptichip, but it is an amazing product. It's like saying that Reptichip is 100% and Pro Coco is 90%. The reason why I switched to Pro Coco is because it's actually cheaper. So now you're about close to $5 grand, or about $4,500 into the hole before you're making any money at all. And a lot of people burn out at this point in time. Unless you're actually producing babies, you've already wasted about $5 grand and you have not seen any money or any benefit of this yet. That's why I don't recommend just going out and buying a bunch of babies. There's lots of people online that are like me, that are, slowly upgrading their snakes. What I do is I try to get bigger females. There's lots of people that are breeders that retire their females because they get something better. So like they started with like say a bamboo, and they bred up, and they use this female over and over again, and then now they got a bamboo pastel or a bamboo Mojave. They want to get rid of this bamboo female that they've used for a long time and use this one, but they wait for that one to grow up. And then they get rid of the one, and that's what you need to do. Is you need to swoop down and look on Morph Market and buy some big females, even normal females. There's nothing wrong with normal females. I know that you want to make snakes like Brian. I know you want to make snakes like Billy Rose. You want to make snakes like Ozzy Boyds. I do too, but I'm also logical, and I want to make money. I don't want to just spend money and not bring money in. And that's why I got a large collection of normal ball pythons, or pastel, or like Mojave. Those genes are pretty easy and they're cheap. You usually can pick up these snakes for $300 or less, especially normals. You can get a normal female for about anywhere from adult from $75 to $150, depends on what time of the year. And that female is usually, you can get a pretty good size, from about 3,000 gram to 3,500 gram, and they're going to produce a lot more eggs. Say like you waited 3 years for those hatchlings to be able to breed, they're going to have very few eggs, anywhere from about 5, maybe 6. I'd say 4 to 6. It's going to be on their first breeding. Some of those might be slugs, and there's a good chance if this is the second year, probably only half of them are going to go. This is the third year. I bet you most of them are going to go, but they're going to have very few eggs. When you get that large female, they usually go every year, in my experience, and they also produce a lot more eggs. I mean, it's not uncommon to get 10, 12, 13 eggs with these big females. And so what you need to do is ramp up, spend your money on a wonderful male. Get a male, knock him out of the park. Get him get a 4-gene combo. Get you a couple visuals. Say you want to do recessive, get a couple visuals. Get you, say, something like a Desert Ghost Pied or something like that, and you can spend all that money on that male. And even though if you breed it to a normal, they're only going to be het. But I mean, the next time when they grow up again, you'll have these hets, and you can also even sell some of these hets off. You can sell some of these male hets off. People will buy hets. When I buy hets, I just make sure I know the person, and I trust the person. But I love hets. Hets are great. People, visuals are amazing. And in the perfect world, I'd love to have nothing but visuals. But the way it works is I have lots of hets, and I have no problem with hets because I still have decent odds. I sell my normals from anywhere from $35 to $50. I mean, at least I'm getting some money back. And then the ones that actually hit, I mean, I'm already, a lot of them are males or females, I don't only keep some money back, and I sell a lot of them. So I have money coming in. And there's this is my second year of having this many females, and I mean, this was my second year, and I sold all my snakes, and I made a profit, a pretty good profit. The first year I was still learning, and I didn't follow this rule that I'm telling you right now, but this last year I did, and it really paid off for me. I made a profit. Now, am I going to take the money and dump it on the bed and roll on it? No, but it's changed my life. If you go buy you normals or buy you some pastels, normals are amazing. Don't. You're starting out. Don't look down on more normals, and make sure you buy you some large females. So waste your money on the male. I still use my normals. If it was me all over again, if I could do it all over again, I would go out and buy either 20 normal females, large females, or pastel females, and that's all I would have done. And I'd have bought me one amazing male. Now, if I could go back in time, I'd go tell myself this, but I can't go back in time, but I can help you guys out right now. I'm telling you, if you guys follow this formula, your life will change, and you will actually be successful and make money. And when you have money coming in, it's hard. You won't fail. I mean, after 2 years of not making money, it gets really. I've seen lots of people just quit this business because they're not making money for 2 years, and it's because they have such high expectations. They want to make these snakes. In reality, they should be making pet snakes right now. I'm not saying someday you can't make these snakes, but right now you should be making pet snakes and then move up there. Like I said, Follow this formula. Start out with just basic, normal, or basic, like say pastels are really cheap. Mojaves are really cheap. You can get them on Morph Market. People are getting rid of these because they're moving up. What they're selling is gonna be amazing for you. You can start this business out. You will make money the first year, and you'll pay back all that stuff that you're paying out easily. I did easily by just selling my snakes from even my normals. I mean, I sold my normals, and then I sold all my other ones. I didn't hold back. I didn't hold back very many. I only held back a couple, and the rest of them I sold. I mean, I sold them from anywhere from 75 bucks to 500 bucks. It just depends on what morphs or what genes got in there. And the more you have in that male, the more likelihood you're going to have some pretty amazing snakes. You better have some big females so you can actually make some money, and so you're not always taxing your money to start this business. Anyways, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I do appreciate all my subscribers. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, hanging out with my life. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Hey everyone, please check out my other videos. I'll have one right here, another one right here, and also I would love it if you would be willing to subscribe right here. I'll see you next time.